As the moderator, my role will be facilitate this discussion, introduce our distinguished speaker, and ensure that program run smoothly and on time. Once again, welcome to everyone joining us from across the globe. I hope this webinar will be not only enrich our knowledge, but also strengthen our international collaboration. And before we continue to the next session, everyone, I would like to kindly remind all of the participants about the few important rules to ensure our webinar runs smoothly. First, please keep your microphone mute. And if you have questions, kindly write them in the chat box. We will address them during the Q&A session. And don't forget to fill out the attendance form that I already sent in the chat box. Thank you very much for your cooperation. Next. Doctor, we can go to the next event. Okay, I already introduced myself. Next, we will have our first opening speech from Mr. Lamin from Gambia. Okay, this is the
Thank you very
biodata
much.
of Mr. Lamin. Mr.
Hello,
Lamin
are you hearing me very clear?
Okay, Mr. Lamin, do you want to speak now?
Yes, just a brief about myself and a brief introduction, because I know not everyone know me here. So actually, I'm Mr. Lamin Dao. I work at the National Public Health Laboratories of the Gambia. I work at the Reference Microbiology Lab. So I practice as a microbiologist. At the same time, I work as an epidemiologist. And I lecture at University of the Gambia, as well as the American International University. So this is a great opportunity and an honor for me to be here, to be given this honor to give this opening remark. I really thank all of you. Thanks to Dr. Leila, thanks to Dr. Jerry, and the rest of the team for making this possible. Because if they don't definitely join us in this thing will never be materialized. So definitely justice will not be done if I don't recognize their presence here. And I also would like to recognize the presence of some of my colleagues, some of my co-workers are also online, and some of my students, and some students from the University of the Gambia, from the American International University. So I am sure this session will be a very fruitful session, and we will really seize this as an opportunity to tap from your wealth of experience. I know all of you have the experience in research, specifically in the systematic review, and I see this as an opportunity, this connection as an opportunity to strengthen, to build our capacity in the field of research. And definitely we will welcome further collaboration with your team. I pray that it will not end here. For it to be something that will continue for good. I think that's what I just have to say in brief, and I thank you very much once again for giving me this opportunity to give this opening remark. Now the floor is yours. Thank you.
Okay, Mr. Lamin, thank you for the speech. We will proceed to the next activity. We will introduce our speaker today, Dr. Laila Rahma. She will deliver our session today. She will introduce and present our material about the introduction to the review article. We can see her biodata here. Okay, Dr. Laila, could you please share? Okay, Dr. Laila is our speaker today. She is also the founder and CEO of the Medulla Foundation. Currently, she is a research assistant for Dr. in the Department of the Digital Health School of Medicine in Tehran University, and she's also a lecturer candidate in Faculty of Medicine University Muhammadiyah Surabaya. She just graduated for her Bachelor of Medicine, Bachelor of Surgery from Tehran Medical University, and now she pursued her medical science in telehealth, also in Tehran Medical University. This is some of her achievement. She's a top graduate international student with highest GPA in Tehran University Medical Science, and first place International Student Research Award in Tehran Medical Science. She's active in founder and CEO of Medulla Foundation, executive director of in external affairs of in Universal Scientific Education Research Network, user junior ambassador for Indonesia until now, head of Department Health and Environment Sustainability Overseas Student Association Alliance, and also Vice Chief Department in Junior Doctor Network Indonesia. Okay, Dr. Laila, time is yours to deliver our material today.
All right, thank you. All right, thank you very much for Dr. Jelly and Mr. Lamin for your kind speech, and also for Dr. Jelly for the introduction. Actually, I have already prepared as Medulla is actually the NGO that has already been established this year, so it's still a baby. So maybe lots of people here actually haven't introduced yet what is Medulla. So we have prepared here the introduction video for Medulla. So it's just a little bit and quite brief. So I'm going to show you.
In a world full of medical information, from groundbreaking research to complex diagnosis, why do gaps still exist? Why do so many health professionals and community members feel lost in the noise? Because information is only powerful when it's accessible, understandable, and actionable. That is the core philosophy of Medulla Foundation. We are a non-governmental organization based in Indonesia, driven by a simple, powerful mission: to cultivate a healthier future through three essential pillars: medical education, research, and digital health literacy. The future of health is built on data. The Medulla Foundation initiates and facilitates research collaborations, connecting brilliant minds to tackle local health challenges, generate impactful evidence, and contribute to global medical science. We turn curiosity into discovery. We don't only host meetings, we build bridges of knowledge, and we actively conduct national and international webinars, bringing world-class expertise to healthcare providers right here in Indonesia, ensuring they stay ahead of the curve and transform the lives of their patients. In the age of misinformation, clarity is our greatest asset. We are intensely active in community services and health promotion, teaching people not to just what to know, but how to find reliable health information online, ensuring every Indonesian can make informed decisions about their well-being. The medulla is the deepest, most vital part of the brainstem, controlling essential life functions. Our foundation embodies that name. We aim to be an essential vital force in the healthcare ecosystem.
All right, thank you very much. I hope with that brief introduction, some of you would have been familiarized with what is Medulla and what is our scope of work. So right now I'm going to start about our meeting and our presentation, from the synthesis to Scopus, mastering the art of review articles, the introduction to review articles. So as what I have here. The title is Introduction to Review Articles. I actually have sent you some articles. Dr. Jelly, could you please help me by resending the 2 articles that I have sent in the group? Maybe some people who are just joined haven't received that yet. So I have already shared 2 articles related to narrative reviews and literature reviews. And actually, we will talk about 3. There's also scoping review. These 2 are my own articles, have already been published in Q1 Scopus. However, for the scoping review, it's in the preparation. So I will just talk about that and I will not share it in the group. Maybe after it is published, I will reshare it in the group. So I'm going to share the presentation for now. Okay, so it's a great honor to be here today to talk about something I'm very passionate about, the art of writing and publishing review articles. I know many of you might be thinking that publishing in the Scopus Index journal is very difficult. Maybe you think it's a secret for a few people, but I want to tell you something very important right now, that publishing in a reputable journal is not difficult. In fact, it is easy if you know the right way to it. So today I will share you a secret. As a student in my last semester, I want to tell you that writing for reputable journals is easy, and you can start this journey as early as possible in your academic life. Don't be scared, as this is a secret that helped me publish 13 articles in Scopus Index Journal and even 7 articles in top-tier journals like Q1 and Q2 in just 1 year as a student. As right now, I am a student. And I published 7 articles, Q1, Q2, just within a year. And the secret is this: we do not write for ourselves. We write for the journal's editor. We must adjust our writing to the taste of the editors by observing and learning from the articles that have already been published in that journal. So what is the foundation of a good review article? The foundation is the same as for any scholarly work, a problem. You must find a problem that is not yet solved. So this is what we call the research gap. Our job as a researcher is to find this gap and then propose a solution. Think of it like a detective. You see nothing. You see something is missing, like a piece of puzzle. The review article is a report that shows everyone what is missing and why it is important to find it. So to start, ask yourself 3 simple questions. What is the problem? For example, in my field, a problem is how to provide medical care in places that are far away in remote area, like a space, like in the battlefield. I have to think about that. So we need to think about the problem. For example, for my field, I have to think about how could someone receive a health care when they are far away, like in space, like in military battlefield, even when they are underwater, like that. So, and then another question is, what is the gap? What is missing from the current research? For my work, I noticed that no one had summarized all the past attempts to do surgery from a distance in the extreme places that I have mentioned before. The next question is, what is the solution? My solution was to write a review article to gather all the information in one place so that other doctors and researchers can see all the benefits and challenges. This is the foundation, and it's simple, but it is the most important part. Without a good problem and clear gap, your article will not be interesting for the editor. Now, once you have your problem, your gap, and your solution, you must choose the right type of review articles. There are many types of reviews, but today I will only show you the 3 most common ones, which is narrative reviews. Very simple, very easy. Even when you are a student without experience, you can easily write it. Literature review, same. And also scoping review. For scoping review, it's a little bit tricky, but I will also guide you through this. I have published all these three types so I can explain them using my own work as example. So now let's first talk about the narrative review. This is like telling story about a topic. It is less strict than other reviews, and you don't need to follow a very specific plan. You can just use your knowledge and your published experience to tell a complete story. Think of it like a narrative review as conversation with the reader. So you are the expert and you are explaining a topic in a logical and flowing way. So I want to walk you through an example of a high quality academic paper that I have sent in the WhatsApp group early in this morning. It's published by me. The article is called A Review of Telesurgery in Extreme Settings, a narrative review. And it was published in Q1 Journal. And I'll explain why this paper is considered a standard for good academic writing, especially for a narrative review. First, you here because I sent you since this morning, so I expect you to have take a brief look to that article. So I didn't show it again part by part. I'm just going to analyze it in the whole. So the main idea for this article, the title is very specific. Telesurgery in extreme settings. This is not a general review about telesurgery. It's not general. It's about the extreme settings. It focuses on a unique and important problem: how to perform surgery from a distance in places like space, underwater, or a military battlefield. This focus is on it's very specific. Unsolved problem is the first sign of a strong academic paper. So you have to find a problem that is still unsolved at all. So the index is the introduction. The introduction is like a story. It starts by introducing the topic of telesurgery, something most people already know about, just very brief. And then it quickly moves to the real problem: surgery in the extreme places. The introduction clearly explains why this is a big challenge and why it needs to find solution. It makes the article important and interesting from the very beginning. So, and then the core of the paper is divided into clear sections like telesurgery in outer space, and then telesurgery in polar region, telesurgery in underwater, telesurgery in military. So you have to mention it in the clear sections. The authors did not just list a bunch of studies. Instead, here we took information from many different sources, from space, medicine, military, and all, and we put all together in a logical way. And this is the key to a great narrative review. You don't just summarize, you synthesize. This means you connect ideas and findings from different places to create a clear, easy to understand story for the reader. And also the conclusion is also not just a summary. So some people write the conclusion like, so you have already do the introduction, you have already do the method, and then you do the the result and then discussion, and in the conclusion you repeat it. You repeat that the result is in one sentence, and then the discussion is in one sentence. You don't need that. We have to bring all the ideas together and looks into the future. So if you put the brief look to the future and talks about the common problems like technology delays and communication issues that exist in all extreme environments, then we offer solution in the conclusion and suggest what is the next steps for the research should be, like using new technologies like AI, and this will help move to the whole field forward. So in conclusion, in all review, you shouldn't repeat what you have said in the result or discussion like that. So should always do the overlook to the future. What should it be and what can we give as a solution? So why is these articles deserve to be in a top journal? And why is it a high quality paper? First, it is focused. It's focused on a new idea. The topic is not broad. It's specific again, unique area, and has not been deeply explored before. This makes the paper original and valuable. Second, it's a synthesis, not a summary. The authors show that they understand the entire topic by bringing together the information from many different fields and making it easy to understand. Third, it has clear purpose. The article has a strong argument from the start to finish. It finds a problem and offers a direction for a solution. And the fourth is the references are strong. The paper uses over 70 references from many different areas, and it shows that the authors did a lot of research and their work is trustworthy. Actually, this is 70 is actually a very little for a review. Usually review like literature review, they sometimes have 200 references. So in short, this article is a great example for a narrative review, and it is not only well written, but also provides real value to the academic community, and it's perfect standard to follow for your own writing. Next, we're going forward to talk about literature review. So it's a little bit structured compared to the narrative review. It is a deep analysis. We're using deep analysis for a specific topic, but it does not have a strict protocol like a systematic review. So you can group ideas and findings from many papers and present them in a new way. The focus is to guide the reader through a large volume of the complex information logically. Now let's take a look at the different type of review paper. And right now, I have also already sent you the literature review of my sample. This sample actually we wrote it together with Lamin. We have wrote it together with Lamin. It's called the Oral Antiviral Treatments for COVID-19 Opportunities and Challenges. Actually, this one is a classic literature review, which means it provides comprehensive overview of a topic, but with a slightly different structure with the narrative one. So just like the last paper, this one has a very clear and focused title. It immediately tells the reader that the article will discuss two main things: the opportunities and the challenges. It's very direct. Of the oral antiviral for COVID-19. This is an important clue that the paper will be balanced, discussing both the good and also the bad. So the abstract is very important here. It sets the stage by saying that these drugs can stop the virus from getting worse, but that the timing of the treatment is crucial. This tells us the paper will not just summarize information, it will also provide a critical analysis. So what makes this paper, again, a highly quality literature review, again, is the structure. It is organized into logical thematic sections. So it's different with the narrative review. Narrative review is only like a storytelling, like talking with the reader. But this is with organized into logical thematic section. First, the paper discussed the challenges of existing drugs like remdesivir. This helps the audience understand why we need something new. Then it introduces new oral antiviral drugs and explain how they work. This provides the reader with the clear scientific understanding in the topic. After that, the paper has a section on opportunities. This part discusses the benefits, like how easy it is to like a pill home instead of getting shot at the hospital. And then finally, it talks about the challenges like drug resistance and the side effects by covering both sides. The paper gives a complete honest view of the topic. This kind of logical flow and clear structure is what a good literature review is all about. So it guides the reader through a lot of complex information in organized way. Why this paper deserves in the top journal spot? It's timely and relevant. The time of publication, this was a very new and important topic, which means the paper is highly valuable. At that time, we published it when the COVID-19 is pandemic. It's that time. And we publish it as soon as possible. So it's very novel at that time. But however, for now, if we publish it now regarding the COVID-19, maybe it's not novel anymore because it has been 5 years apart. So, and then the next is its balanced review by discussing both the opportunities and challenges. Again, it's well structured that I have already mentioned. And again, the conclusion is not summary, it synthesizes, and we again offering what we can do in the future and the solution. Now, the last article that we're talking is about the scoping review. This is a little bit tricky because you have to register because it has protocol. You have to register that you have already done the analysis to the right protocol that has been standardized internationally, like that. So the scoping review is protocol driven that I've told you. And a scoping review is used to map a topic and see what kind of research has been done. The goal is to identify all the different types of studies and the different methods and outcome that exist for a wide-ranging topic. So now we have looked into narrative review, we have looked into literature review, and now actually this is my newest work. So that's why I'm actually writing it right now and submitting it to the journal, Q1 journal. And however, it is not published yet, it's still under review. So that's why I didn't share it with you guys. However, when it is already published, I will reshare it to the group. A scoping review has one primary job. Again, to map the existing research landscape on broad topic. We choose this type of review because we weren't just asking, does teleconsultation work? We ask what exactly has been studied about teleconsultation for diseases like diabetes and obesity, and what are we missing? So this type of review is highly valuable to journals because it shows them the entire research community and where the gaps is. This is the non-negotiable part of high quality review to assure any Q1 journal that our work is trustworthy. Our method had to be completely transparent. We based our process on established Joanna Briggs Institute methodology and conducted a massive search across the major databases like PubMed, Scopus, Web Science, and CHINAHL. Using precise keywords, and also establish a strict criteria for inclusion, resulting in a final count of 58 relevant studies to be analyzed. And we also meticulously extracted the data from those 58 papers to build our map. By being this rigorous, we can confidently tell a journal our findings are not biased. They are a scientific representation of everything that exists on this topic. So the result of the scoping review are all about structure. We didn't write an essay in this section. Instead, we organized the data to answer our mapping question. What is the intervention that are most common? We mapped out that remote monitoring for physiological parameters like blood glucose and virtual consultation, they are dominant here. This is the dominant type like that. What is this psychological, physiological outcomes that are measured? We find that a heavy focus on HbA1c for diabetes and blood pressure for cardiovascular diseases. And then again, we ask again, what are the settings? We found that we confirmed from the research that it is spread across the primary care, across the hospital, and also community programs in diverse population. So for this, I had to follow a very clear method, which is shown in the PRISMA flowchart. Maybe some of you might not familiar with PRISMA. PRISMA is a flowchart that is special rule book that shows every step of my work. Our work who work in scoping review and also systematic review. From searching the databases to choose the final articles, and this makes the research very transparent and reliable. The paper earns its highly impact potential because it's not published yet. We didn't conclude by saying teleconsultation is good. We shouldn't say that in scoping review. Teleconsultation is good, teleconsultation is bad. We shouldn't say that. The conclusion is by highlighting two critical research gaps. Lack of long-term data. Most studies are short-term. We need evidence on the effectiveness of teleconsultation over years, not just months. And the second is it is inconsistent. for the patient-reported outcomes. We found that great data on blood pressure and sugar, but very few papers consistently measured the patient's experience, like quality of life or satisfaction, like that. So by identifying this weakness, our paper shouldn't just summarize the past, it provides a clear, actionable agenda for future research. This is the kind of contribution a reputable journal values most. So in short, this article is positioned for success because it uses robust, established methodology to fill a major knowledge gap, providing a foundational map that the entire field can use for the next decade. So I can say this is done for the scoping review. So I can say in the summary, narrative review. Narrative review is a story-based approach for general overview. Literature review, it is a structured analysis for a specific topic. And the scoping review, it is a rigorous map-based approach to see the breadth of research on a broad topic. So now for the most important part, how do we get this paper published in Scopus Index Journal? Remember, the secret that I have told you in the very beginning, you must write for the editor's taste. So this is how you do it. I have 3 steps. One step is learn the journal's taste. Before you write one word, even one word, you must at least read 5 to 10 recently published articles from the journal that you want to submit to. Ask yourself this question: what kind of language do they use? Is it formal language, or is it more directly and easy to read? Like even like this, sometimes people report result like this: we found that blah 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 blah, like that. And in another paper, people report like that. It shows that even like that, even about we and it in the beginning of the sentence, it is also very what is it? The editor really have the taste. The taste is different. If he like to use we, does he like to use it in the beginning of the writing? So it's very crucial. And the next is, how do they structure their articles? Look again, the previous articles, recent published articles, you have to see what is the introduction written. Some people use, some articles use introduction. Some articles use background. Some articles even doesn't use the subchapter as introduction or background. They just directly do the text like that. How is the methods, the structure of the method? You have to have all of the subchapter of the method to write. If you didn't write even one subchapter of the method, maybe it will reduce the score of your likely to be published in that particular journal. And then the result and then also the discussion section. And how long are they? What do they include, like that? What kind of the topic do they publish? Are they very specific or are they broad? It's very important. So by studying this article, you will learn the style and the preferences of the journal's editor. They are the gatekeeper. If the editors didn't like you, they didn't even want to read your article. They just like, I don't like this. This is not my type. This is not my style. Reject it. And then you have to again redo it. However, you didn't write it as the editor's type or style, then forget it. You will not be published in Q1 journal, like that. And also, it's tiring if you didn't do it on the target, you know. The second step is, I know that many of you are not native English speakers. I am also not a native English speaker. I'm Indonesian. And this is a very big challenge for us. Sometimes we have a grammatical error and whatsoever. But there is a tip. The editors are also very busy, and most of them are also not a native English speaker. So they need to understand your article very quickly. My strategy is to write my article as if they are for a non-English speaker, like myself. First, use simple and clear sentences. Do not use long, complicated words. Be direct and explain your ideas step by step. Look at my papers I've already sent you. My language is simple and direct. This makes it easy for the editor and the reviewers to understand my research. It is also make it easy for more people to read and cite my work, which is very important for a high H index. We're going to finish very soon. The third is finally is your cover letter. Cover letter is the introduction. So this is your sales pitch like that. And this is your chance to show the editor that your article is perfect fit for their journal. So in the cover letter, you must be very clear about two things. What is the gap? Explain to the editor. Explain the problem and why your review article is important. Second, why is your article is perfect fit for this journal? Mention one or two recent articles from their journal and explain how your work is similar. Or add to what they have already published. This shows you have that you have done your homework. So this is a powerful strategy that I have, alhamdulillah, used successfully. It shows that the editor that you understand their journal and that you have a high quality paper that will add value to their publication. The last is, in conclusion, publishing in top journals is not a mystery. It's a process of being a good scientist and a smart strategist. Remember the foundation. Identify a clear problem. Find a research gap and propose a solution. Choose the right review type for your objective, whether it's a narrative review, literature review, scoping review, or even other review like meta-analysis. We have umbrella review. We also have systematic review. Just choose what kind of thing. We have other thing like letter to editor. We also have commentary, which is actually only 1 page or 3 page and can be easily published in the Scopus. And most importantly, write for the editor's taste. Again, by studying their journal and making your writing clear and direct. I have proven it myself. So actually it's done. And I would be happy to take your question. However, I have one announcement to all of the people in the group. We actually have planned to make kind of like a group for like a journal club group that we will talk about the journals. Again, the recent published journal people can present, and then we will be keep updated to the technology, the recent technology. And we also want to open the research collaboration. If some of you are interested in writing the articles or the review articles, I've already told you review articles is very easy, and we will kind of open also do the training for the people who are new how to write the review article easily. And we will make this group, this team that will produce and publish the articles again and again and again, in the continuation and in sustainable way. So please stay tuned in Medula WhatsApp group. I hope people will have benefit and advantages from the information that I shared today. So right now I'm ready to receive your questions. I'm going to give the time back to Dr. Jelly.
Okay, very great presentation from Dr. Laila. So we are going to the Q&A section. Everyone, if you have question, please write in the comment section. Okay, today now we have a question from Soraya. How do you find a problem to solve? How to identify research gap and from where to start? Dr. Laila, please. Yes. We have 2 questions from Soraya. How to find a problem to solve, how to identify research gap, from where to start, and how to find good journal. Is it for free? What are some suggestions of good journals to follow? How to stay updated with the current scientific world?
It's quite a lot, yeah? I'm going to start to answer the question one by one from the first one. How to find a problem to solve. Actually, the problem is everywhere, right? The problem is everywhere around us. Maybe some people have see some issues in the hospitals. Even see some issues in our environment, in our home. Find the problem. Like, let's say, again, for me, in Indonesia, we have 17,000 islands in Indonesia. It's a problem. Why? Because the government cannot give the optimum level of the healthcare equally to all of the islands. It means that from 17,000 islands, we should be sure that most of them didn't have, especially in the remote area, didn't have the healthcare, cannot receive healthcare easily compared to those who live in city. So that's the problem. That's why you have to, again, look at your environment, read journals. If you want to see the problem, very specific and scientific problem, read the journals. If you want to solve the problem in community, then read the news or just be be a very observer person to see the problem and people's issues in any landscape, not only just health. All right, in any landscape, because we are talking about the general research here. So what are some suggestions how to identify the research gap? When you are talking about the research gap, the easiest way is after you find your problem, you have to, let's say you talk about like this. What is the solution? Let's say, what is the solution for healthcare in remote area? You search it in Google Scholar. There will be a lot of people talk about that. And you should see what are the people haven't talked about. Then it means that is the research gap. All of the people, let's say, talk about the treatment. A lot of people talk about the treatment, but they didn't talk about the prevention. Then it means that it is the research gap. So you should talk about the prevention because it's not the mainstream. Lots of people talk about the treatment. Now you should talk about the prevention. That's the research gap. Where to start now? Oh, from where to start? When you have to start now as soon as possible. For where to start, you have to again find the problem and think about the solution at least. And then after that, you make a title. When you know the title, and then also right now you can join our community. You can join our training. So we can guide you through what you should do from the beginning until the end, until you publish your own article. At first is, of course, finding your title. Next, how to find good journals. Actually, for me, because I am from Iran, there is this, I'm going to share you the very, very good website from Iran. It's from Iran. I don't know if other countries has it or not. It calls Manba'iyab. This one. If you open it, people, you can open it like right now. I've shared you the link. Call it Manba'iyab. It has all of the Q1 journals, Q2 journals from ISI, from Scopus. Is it already listed in Scopus or not? Q1, Q2 until Q4. In all and every country that has already been registered in Scopus and ISI, it's there. So if you want to find good journals, just search it. Let's say you search only Indonesia. You will find good journals from Indonesia in all aspects. Medicine, even politics, even sociology, not only medicine. All in that website, you can find all journals in all quality. You can find it. That's actually a quite good tips. Next, is it for free? What do you mean, is it for free? Publishing in a journal? I think publishing in a journal, yeah. Some are free, some are paid. You have to pay. If it's a very reputable journal, you have to pay quite a lot of money, like thousands of dollars. However, I have never paid for publishing any of my articles. Either it's I directly negotiate and persuade the editor to waive my articles, and I have done it lots of time, and thank God, because I'm also still a student. I begged them actually. I begged to the editor, could you please not charge me any article publishing fee, because I'm a student. This is for my thesis and I have to publish it as soon as possible. Actually, I'm doing this negotiation after they have received to accept and want to publish my work. It means that they need me. They acknowledge my writing. After they acknowledge my writing and be sure that I have a quite good journal for them to be published, because I don't have money, then after that I negotiate with them. If it's not like that, they also have some journal that directly tell that the APC is free. However, if it's free, it will not be open access. It will be closed access. The one who can access your article is only those who subscribe to the journal. So those who pay to the journal, that will only see your article. So it's not open access. It will be closed access. So it will be free for you, but it will be paid for those who read. However, if it's open access, it will be free for those who read, but it will be paid for you. How long is the time gap? Wait, I'm sorry. How?
Doctor,
Yeah.
Soraya said, is it for free to look up the journal and read articles?
It means it is for free to look up journal. Yes, yes, it's for free. If you just want to read journals, I told you some journals has two different kind of marketing kind of the closed access and the second access, the closed access and open access. If you go through the Google Scholar, if it's not open access, let's say it's closed access, you didn't get access to it. They even have the cracks. They call it Sci-Hub. If you open SCI stripe hub dot, I don't know, it can be dot something because it's pirates. You can just like copy paste the DOI and then boom, the one that you can the one that cannot be accessed, then you can access it freely. So actually again, it's all about the tips what you can do. However, a lot of articles are open access, so you can access it freely even via Google Scholar or PubMed or Mendeley or anywhere.
Okay, doctor. Thank you for the answer. We can go to the second question from Dian Islami. How long is the gap time usually take for the journal till the editor accept it? Will they tell you to rewrite it if our articles are not meeting their requirements?
So it depends on the articles, the journal. Some journals they have quarterly, they have annually, and they even have like twice a year to publish their journal. So several journals have issues. Like say those who have 4 issues usually they publish in February, and then again after that on June, and then October, and then like quarterly, every 3 months they publish. If they publish it every 3 months, it means that you have more chance to be accepted in the short time. Maybe within 2 weeks you will get answer. Either it's rejected, either it's accepted, or either you need to revise. You need some revision that you have to modify a little bit about your journal, and after you revise it and then the reviewer think that it's already okay, then they will accept you. And actually they will give you deadline. You will be given 2 weeks to revise it. If you didn't revise it within 2 weeks, they will reject like that. That's one
Okay.
thing. So even some journals, I have one journal since I write it until it's been published, it's 1 year. I have two journals like that. It's 1 year. Let's say I only write it for like, let's say 1 month. I write it 1 month and I submit it, and then after that revision again, revision again, and then publish after that 1 month. After that 1 year, then it's published. The second, it's already accepted, and then in the next 1 year it's published. And then another one, I've already done lots of revision. At the end, it's rejected. So actually, it's just if you are happy to write, and if you are happy to be a scholar and want to publish the articles and want to prove your academic capability, and you want to increase your academic level, you have to be persistent, and you should not be gave up to wait the answer for the journal. Will they tell you? I
Okay.
already write. Next.
Okay. Next question from Fab's iPad. How can I use AI effectively during writing? Are there any specific prompts, doctor?
Actually, if you are talking about any specific prompts, all prompts should be specific. All prompts should be specific on what are you going to know. Let's say, like for me, let's say like this, let's say we're going to talk about the scoping review. Let's say we have scoping, we already had done the research on scoping review. We already make the table. We already make the table. This is the problem, and this is the solution, and this is the this is the author, this is the year, and like that. The table is already good. We have already prepared like 100 rows. Then we use AI. And we couldn't, let's say I couldn't analyze it like one by one. I've already been tired. I've been tired like researching, let's say 58 or more articles, and like look at it one by one, right? Then I'm just going to, I just like put the table that I've already analyzed in the AI bot, whatever that you use. The Pro is better. But if you have the free, it's okay. Put it there and then ask them, could you please interpret it scholarly, academically, like that. Academically, scholarly, based on what you want to know. So you have to be specific what you really know. So use AI as your tools. I told you, I'm tired. I have tools to analyze it for me. So it will be easy. And also analyzing, I told you that, right? What is it? To make the table. What is it? The year, the author, the what. I want to make the table. Who make the table for me? AI. But again, I search myself in the Google Scholar or in the Mendeley, the article itself that is suitable for me. I read the abstract for a bit. So, and then after that, I input the abstract directly to AI and tell AI to make the data that I want, to extract the data that I want from that abstract. So actually, if you want the prompt is from yourself. The prompt is from what you wanted to know, and tell the AI whatever you really need to know and step by step. Because AI is not human. They need to know what is the context. You have to talk about the context first. So let's say, okay, AI, actually, I am a student right now. You have to talk to them that you are a student. I am a student right now. I want to talk about the scoping review in a very good way. I want to publish it in Q1 article. It should be standardized internationally, blah, 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 blah. You have to talk the context to AI so that their answer will be as the standard of what you want. Next.
Okay, next question, Doctor. Maybe this is the last one. No one's writing now. Do we absolutely necessary to partner up with university professor, or can one publish alone as a freelancer?
Actually, if you were talking about the article, when you were talking about the freelance article, the article in the newspaper can be freelance. However, for the academic paper, mostly you have to collaborate with your professor or with a partner that have already been published before. Because of what? Because who are you? This is knowledge, right? This is knowledge. You are still a student. What is the base of your knowledge? What is the base of your knowledge? How can we, as the reader of the academic reader, believe that you write it in a good way, in a scholarly way, in the high quality way, in believable way? Let's say you talk about medicine. You're still a student. How can we know that this information is academically correct, medically correct, as you are still a student? But if you are a student and then you collaborate with the professor, it means that the professor legalized and give you permission and have already checked, have already reviewed, have already confirmed the legality, the appropriacy, the properness. What is it? Yes, like that. That your knowledge, the information that is written there is correct. Like that. But if you're a student and then you do all again, the collaboration with your with your professor, and then you have the experience of publishing and you publish in a good quality journal, then you will have portfolio of your experience. Then even though you are still a student like me, I can write myself if I want to. Why? Because I've already have experienced. However, I choose to collaborate. Why? Because if we collaborate, we will have more citation because his friend will read to my articles. My friend will read to these articles. So lots of people will read our articles, and our articles will reach more readers. So collaboration is better option rather than writing it yourself.
Okay, doctor, there's no other question. So is anyone want to write a question? Is everybody clear? Okay, if you still have a question, we have group. We still have group. You can write it in the WhatsApp group. Okay, everyone, thank you very much for Dr. Laila for your presentation and also answering those questions. And we will move to other agenda. Okay, there's still. Okay, this is the last question, maybe Dr. Laila, or
Okay.
do you want to add another?
All right. So, I think I can answer to this.
Okay.
Okay. Let's say you have Gemini or Gemini, 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 ChatGPT, and other AI. You cannot rely on them. If I want, let's say, could you please give me? Let's say you have this one word, right? You have one word. A one word, one sentence. You have one sentence, and then ask them, could you please find me the source of this sentence? Let's say, with the DOI. Sometimes the DOI, you click it, and then boom, not found, or it redirect you to another journal, another articles. First, don't use it. Never use it. So how can you find the DOI? Don't use the ChatGPT. You should, let's say, ChatGPT and AI just give you the concept and the overview of what you are going to write scholarly. And then if you want to find the reference, let's say you do, what is it? You block that particular sentence that you want the resource, the reference, you copy paste it not in the AI. To find the reference, you have to find it in, for me, I use Consensus AI. In Consensus AI, you will find that sentence or that knowledge is coming from where? How many people says the same? How many journals, academic journals says the same words? And then you can find also again which journals is the recent journals that has talked about that sentence. So use the Consensus AI for having the exact DOI and redirect to the article. I think that's the easiest way, and the most reliable way. So use the chatbot first to find your context without, and in this part you don't have the thing, you don't have the reference. Then if it's okay for you, then if you are, what is it, agree of what the chatbot says, then copy that, go to Consensus AI, find the right reference. That's it for me.
Okay. Dr. Fahras. There's another question, guys. Okay, can you spell the AI, please, Arsen, as the AI
Okay.
in the group? The AI, the Gemini and or the ChatGPT.
It's Consensus. Wait. Is it Consensus? Oh, Consensus AI. Aish.